The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. But here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense, led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his fourth season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 86 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space because the defense will key on it.
A gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense in this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. And because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down. Score on the opening drive. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time. And leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown! Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point by Koo, up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
even at 7 now as they kick it away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column. And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Go!
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. On second down, Davis. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Ryan going to give this to Davis. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a give to Davis. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first down carry for Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a good substantial run there for Mike Davis. And how about his career resurgence? Because he's bounced around a bit in the NFL. From San Francisco to Seattle to Chicago to Carolina. And now here with the Atlanta Falcons. Always dependable, Mike Davis.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of a season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw going to be caught by McKenzie.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther first.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here comes the ball. I see you, boy. I see you.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
That's all. That's all.
Second down at 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now Ryan. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
What a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense trots back onto the field, and we shine our men. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
Type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet.
Fighting through it, he's got space. Past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Davis, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything different.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30.
84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Darnold throw complete there to Thomas.
3 yards the gain there, second down. This is McCaffrey on the give, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play. He couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Here's Darnold. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. And incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And Darnold, he lost the football. fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Davis. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He completes it to Ridley. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ryan. Man open. Here is Jones. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 13-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Ryan. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
7 yards, the pickup there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. John Simon in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air. I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early. Himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pettis now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this. Up to the 29.
Let's go.
And here now come the Falcons. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They go play action now. Ryan. He'll buy some time right. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. After the interception, here's Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Darnold. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff to Davis, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This complete to Jones. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So Guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Panthers.
Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
You can almost see it. Inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And this return to net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So Ryan and the Falcons down 24-20, a minute 47 on the clock. On first down, Davis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They go again with Davis. It's a first down and more for Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll run on first down. It's Davis. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
On first down, Davis. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another try for Davis. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. How many people watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
What looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. And now it's the Panthers' turn, trailing by a field goal. A little under 30 seconds remaining. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Now Darnold. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8. And defensively, they'll say you can have that. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or 2, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they got themselves in position to at least entertain the thoughts of an overtime, but as it turns out, it was not meant to be, Charles.
And you feel bad for a kicker in this spot. He's going to have to shoulder a lot of the blame, but in reality, this will be a team loss. They didn't do enough collectively to get the job done.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, to today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.